Welcome, everybody. If you're just joining us, we will be getting started here in just a moment. As I unclick, I literally just ended another call and I'm trying to get my video on and get over here. There we go. Aleric, good to see you, sir. So excited
I
for this one.
I love
Uh,
it. Great to see you as well. I love the costume. It's looking great.
Yeah,
Ah,
we're going to have a little fun with it today. We got to enjoy that, and we're running a little contest. We'll tell everybody about giving away some free stuff for anybody that has the best costume. We just ended one actually. We're doing three of them today, so excited to do that and walk through that. So yeah, we're going to give Zoom just about a minute here to get everybody connected because I know sometimes Zoom likes to take just a few minutes before it lets everybody in. So we'll give it just a moment here and I'll open things up and then Alec, I'll kind of turn it over to you and we'll run. I'm so excited today. You and I haven't chatted. Boy, I'm trying to think. We haven't had a real good chat, I don't think, since Punta Cana, probably. It's been a little bit. So good to
yeah,
see you and get
yeah, it's good to see you too. It's been too long when we were having pina coladas on the beach, which was great.
yeah, guy though is, it's some days it's hard. So Alaric and I are in a mastermind together, and that's actually where we met, had a great time, and we were at an event down in the Dominican Republic, and the last day it ended at about noon, and pretty much I think most everybody decided to go hang out on the beach and wait in line to get pina coladas or whatever we were drinking that day. I remember it had something interesting, but I don't remember what it was. It was really good.
Yeah, it was a Miami Vice. So it was half pina colada, half strawberry daiquiri. It was great. Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah, it was good too. Yeah, I think I had more than one. Think of it by a few.
Yeah, yeah, they're
So
addictive.
awesome. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. Let me get Alaric. Let me get you spotlighted here, and then I'll do the same, and then we'll go ahead and get things off. I'm glad you reminded me of that. Now I've got it up recording, so I can remember next time. I'm like, what did I have there? I can know what it was. So. Awesome. All right. Well, everybody, let me take just a moment and introduce you to Alaric. As I mentioned, Alaric and I are in a mastermind called Board of Experts, and we met there. And I have been so totally impressed with Alaric and his YouTube marketing capabilities. Alaric's got a brand new book out. I think he's going to talk about with us today. Hoping he's going to talk to us about it today as well, and share some tips and things in his book, some lessons. He's always full of tons of value. So, Alaric, with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and turn things over in just a second. Want to remind everybody, though, that if you're here for the costume contest, we are going to do a giveaway. So after Alaric's presentation and gone through stuff, we're going to do that. We're going to vote. So stick around to vote. Some pretty good giveaways. First prize is going to win I got to look at it because I can't remember here, 3 months to our AI Insider program, plus a free training or replay, plus some Whitebeard Strategies swag, total value over $750. Second place is going to get free training and some Whitebeard Strategies swag. And third place is going to get free training. And if you happen to live out of the country and you get selected and there's any tax issues with us sending you logoed apparel, we'll work with you to figure out an alternative that has at least as much value. So we're excited about that. If you're here, make sure that if you want to be in the costume contest, you don't need it now, but I'm going to ask you to turn your camera on when we vote. And I'll give you a little hint. If you forgot, you've actually got some time while Alaric's talking to think up something. We just got off a call, our AI Hack and Tell, and the third place winner literally had forgot. He grabbed a pot, he put it on his head, and I said, Morris, what is that? And he goes, I'm a pothead. He won third place. Literally, he voted. You guys will get to vote. So you never know what can happen. All right, with that, Alaric, I'm going to turn it over to you and let where you're at. Is there anything you need from me before I give you just kind of say, hey, here's the reins, have fun?
Well, I'm excited to dive in. I've got a lot of stuff to share here today, and I think I should be good to go. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Jonathan. Really appreciate you, and it's also awesome to see your incredible community here. And I love the fun that you get to have with the community too. And in addition to all the amazing AI insights and everything, which is awesome. So I'm excited to dive in, and I am going to be sharing a combination of some strategies right inside of my brand new book that's coming out very shortly. We're, within a very short period of time for this actually going live publicly, but we have an early access link that we're going to be dropping shortly here, which is Video
Awesome.
Authority, The Art and Science of Converting Viewers into Clients. So I'm really excited about this. I've actually spent the last 3 years putting this book together. You can see it walks through, step by step, all the different components. It's got pictures in there. It's got exercises to do. So put a lot of work and effort into this. And I actually want to share a few core concepts, specifically as it pertains around video overall. And then I'm going to dive in and share more in depth how you can use YouTube ads in your business, because I know it's a big question a lot of people get or ask me about, especially how you can leverage that with AI. So I also have some slides that I'm going to dive into as well. But I want to share a few key concepts first of how you can actually craft value-driven video, both organic videos on your YouTube channel, which you can cross promote, and also ads. So one of the big things that I talk about inside of the book is the power of video. I say if a picture's worth 1,000 words, then a video is worth 1,000,000. And it's exciting because now we have AI elements that allow us to create video, from Google VO3 to HeyGen to Sora 2. I'm sure you're having fun experimenting with all that. So I'm going to actually touch on that coming up in just a second. But one of the key things to think about is there's two main frameworks that every great video that we've seen converts on marketing follows. So the two frameworks that we found is the ad framework and then the organic video framework. So I'll actually walk you through those really quickly. And these are things that when you actually understand how it works, you can create as many ads as you want for your business. So, where you can put some dollars behind that to promote your product, services, offerings. And then also, when you learn how to do this with organic video, you can produce any video you want, whether it's a short form video or you stretch it out to a long form video, or even doing, full podcast episodes, whatever it happens to be. So what I found is with an ad, there's three main components. There's a hook that draws people in. There's an educate where you're providing real, genuine value. And there's a call to action where you're getting people to take action off of your ad. So the hook pulls people in. You want to capture attention. Here's the really cool thing. AI has so much information about what hooks people. You can go in and, we've got our, prompt expert here, Jonathan, with the perfect prompting framework, right? So you can use that formula to go and really have ChatGPT act as that expert marketing research assistant and give it, the details. Hey, here's the type of video that I want to produce. What would be a great hook? What other information do you need from me to make this a great hook, right? And you go through that back and forth and you do the perfect prompting framework. And then you can actually have multiple different ad hooks or full video hooks that you could do as well. So there's a lot of opportunity to go and create that hook that pulls people in. The educate that provides real value. That's what a lot of people leave out because, again, people are used to ads that don't actually provide value, but you want to have real value in the ad. And then you have a clear and concise call to action at the end. So hook, educate, call to action. That's the framework for an ad. But then there's also a framework for your organic video. It's a hook, then it's a story. So you're telling a story. So you're pulling people in, you're telling them a story, you're then educating, you're then summarizing all the value that they got, and you're having a clear and concise call to action at the end of that as well. So that's hook, story, educate, summarize, call to action. I'm actually going to be breaking this down a little bit more in depth, especially when it comes to ads, walking you through this. Now, one of the big things a lot of people ask me is what is a way to be confident on camera? I've got a few key tips, and I actually break that down because one of the first things I talk about is not just how you can use these videos to actually reach the right people and grow and scale your business, but you need to actually be confident to do videos first. Here's the thing. You're all here on Zoom. You already are on video practically every day. If you hop on Zoom calls, you hop on FaceTime calls, right? You are already on video. And so now it's just taking that video and publishing it for other people to see. The other thing is people try to be somebody that they're not. You just have to be that most passionate, excited version of yourself. So pretend you're talking to your best friend about whatever the topic is. You're already passionate about it. You're already an expert in something. You just look at the way that Jonathan gets so excited talking about AI, right? You can tell. But it's also just what he loves to do. He's not being anybody else. He's being himself, and that's why his videos come across so genuine and exciting. It's being a video authority. So being authentic, but also being an authority. That's why that's the name of the book, right? And you really want to show up on video as your authentic self, providing real, clear value. And here's the other thing. You get to decide if that video gets deleted. You get to decide if you film it once or you film it 5, 10 times. So there's no risk in picking up the camera, recording a video, and diving in. So I just want to share some of those confidence on camera tips. Inside of the book, we dive a lot deeper into here's the structure for filming organic videos, here's a structure for ads, here's the targeting. What I'm going to focus on today with my presentation, and a big part of my business, is YouTube ads. And so I actually want to give you an overall view of how you can use YouTube ads. And I've got some slides to dive into this. We also have something special that I actually have not done before that I'm really excited about too, that we're going to share too. So let me go ahead and share my screen. I am going to have a time for Q&A at the end, whatever time we have left. So we'll do a time check at that point. But what I want to dive into is the alpha AI strategy to generate consistent leads and clients with YouTube ads. So it's one of the things that we talk about inside of this book. So again, this book also dives into organic video content too, how to craft videos on your YouTube channel, how to actually repurpose content on different platforms. I'm sure you've gotten some strategies from Jonathan on that too. There's so many amazing AI components. We talk about that inside of the book as well. But one of the things I want to focus on is how to use video ads, because a lot of people don't really know how that works. And the fact that AI now allows you to target your perfect ideal clients. Let me also tell you a story too. When it comes to YouTube ads, I actually filmed a really successful ad recently. I'm here in Austin, Texas, and here in Austin, there are Waymo cars, self-driving cars. I got in the back of one of these cars. The first time I was in it, I thought of the ad because, and actually, I'll just tell you the ad, and then I'll tell you why this works. It worked really well for us. So I'm in the back of a Waymo car. It's driving itself. I turn the camera so you can see the car driving itself and me there. And I ask the question, what does this self-driving car have to do with YouTube ads? Well, they're both powered by Google's AI. You see, Google owns Waymo that creates these cars that drive themselves. But Google also owns YouTube. And they've used AI to help you target the right people at the right time with their ads. So if Google can create an AI that can build a car that can drive itself, then do you think they can help you reach more of your ideal clients with the AI they built for YouTube? Definitely. And in this video, I'll show you how that's possible. And then I dive into the rest of it. But that's a really good hook because it's connecting the dots. It's like, wow, a self-driving car, that's so incredible that AI can build that. Well, Google also owns YouTube, and they've built an AI that allows you to target the right people if you tap into it. So that's what we're going to talk about today and dive into. And especially with all of you here, you're looking to be on the cutting edge of AI. You're definitely in the right place here with Jonathan and everything that he teaches. But what I want to share is how you can take that on the video side with YouTube. So these are the YouTube ads that you're familiar with. There's a few main types. There's in-stream ads. These are ads that appear in front of other videos on YouTube. You've probably seen those every time you pop up, YouTube on your phone, on your desktop, wherever it happens to be. There's also in-feed ads. These are ads that appear in search results, suggested videos, as people are scrolling. They could also appear alongside other videos. It's a suggested video. And so the thing is, these videos, you actually can use YouTube's algorithm that they've developed, their AI, to target people at the right time when they're watching. There's also YouTube short ads that pop up as you're scrolling on shorts. And there's now ads that appear in different parts of the platform as well. Discover and Gmail and different places. And so YouTube has combined all of these together into something called demand gen. Now, this is really interesting because this is one of the first times that YouTube is actually rolling out an AI first ad placement specifically for YouTube. What this means is YouTube is going to predict when somebody needs to see a regular ad, when they need to see a short ad, an in-feed ad to get somebody to convert. If you've ever been online and you've seen an ad pop up in one place, then another place, then another place, and you're like, all right, fine, I'll go and buy it. That's what this is doing for your business with YouTube, but with video. It used to be images. You've probably seen that all the time with images, right? You're looking, you're browsing for shoes or whatever, they pop up in different places, and then you go and make an order. Well, imagine that with video, which also means whatever you're selling, you can convey that so much better on video. And now with AI, there's some really exciting things too. So we're going to talk about how to turn those YouTube ads into clients. YouTube ads have evolved, like I said. Google has injected AI into YouTube ads. They have millions of data points on every single user. They've injected this AI into YouTube. And if you know how to tap into it, it unlocks a whole new paradigm for how you can use YouTube and grow your business. And I see this as the biggest opportunity that you have inside of your business, whatever you're promoting, whatever you're selling. And what I want to show you is how to be on the cutting edge of that AI with YouTube. So again, we're going to talk about the AI advertising side. That's several chapters inside of this book, but also in the book, we break down some of the organic content, how to actually get confident on video, how to actually set up the video. So there's a few different elements as well, but this is one of the big areas, and also one of the big areas that we help clients with at our company at Ad Outreach, is really working on the YouTube ad side. And it's all designed to help you avoid getting left behind. I can tell you, you are in the right place. If you're in Jonathan's community, you are on the fast track in the future of AI, and which is incredible. And so that's why I'm here, is I want to share with you what's possible in the world of advertising with AI. And so we're going to talk about the alpha AI targeting YouTube ad strategy. We're going to talk about how to make your YouTube ads stand out from the crowd so that you can get your videos in front of the right people at the right time, and ultimately achieve your goals. That is the key here. I want this to be the most valuable presentation that you see. That's going to walk you through how all this works. I know it might sound complicated, but I promise to make it simple. So I'm going to make it very simple to walk you through exactly how this works. We've generated hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue with YouTube ads. You can fill up your calendars. You can fill up your email inbox. We've helped thousands of clients, many of which you probably recognize, a lot of different big brands. And we've used this to scale our own business, Ad Outreach. I think 5,000. We were there 3 years in a row. And I didn't actually just start with that, all of that success though. I started out, like many of you, just filming videos at an early age. I actually talk about that. It's the first chapter of my book. I talk about my journey that I had of discovering the power of being a video authority. So this is actually a picture of my college dorm room filming videos on my desk. I kind of had everything set up. I was filming the iPhone, and I was teaching people how to use their iPhone for the first time. I was teaching them how to use different tech and all of that. And so what I found was I could actually publish those videos to my YouTube channel and get millions of views teaching people how to use their iPhone. So you can see here one of my most popular videos, the iPhone 7 Complete Beginner's Guide, over 8 million views. For a long time, if people searched the term iPhone tutorial on YouTube, I'd be one of the first 3 videos that would pop up. So a very popular term. And I ended up getting all these people watching these videos. And soon enough, I had all these mobile apps that wanted to sponsor my videos. Because back then, now it's AI tools. You probably see all the AI tools these days, but back then, the gold rush was all of these mobile apps, right? Because mobile was earlier. It's kind of like how AI is earlier right now. You're on the cutting edge of AI. This was back in the cutting edge of apps. And so I had all these apps that were reaching out. And I said, how can we get more people to see these apps? And so I started doing YouTube videos. And one day, one of the app developers said, this video is great. You published it on the channel. How can we get more people to see this video? I said, well, what if we run a YouTube ad? And I ran a YouTube ad for that mobile app, drove thousands of downloads, and they ended up telling their friend that did the same thing, even bigger. And they call me up and they say, hey, Aleric, we want you to drop out of college, fly out to Silicon Valley, join our team, and you can run YouTube ads for us. And I turned it down. Like I think a lot of people here, I had that entrepreneurial desire to, instead of being the knight in somebody else's castle, I want to be the king of my own castle. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate. And that's when I created Ad Outreach. We've had a lot of success since then, but this isn't about me. This is about you, and I want to show you exactly where to go and exactly where to dig to get that sweet YouTube treasure I know we're all looking for. And I'm going to show you exactly how this works. I'm going to be breaking it down. Again, a lot of the concepts are broken down inside of the book as well, which is really exciting. So I want to start off with how to write an irresistible YouTube ad script. So we started breaking this down a little bit earlier, but one of the biggest mistakes that I've seen entrepreneurs and marketers make when creating YouTube ads is providing no real value in the ad. Think about this. You don't want to just get an empty box, right? If you imagine you ordered something from Amazon, or you didn't know, you kind of open up a box and there's nothing there, right? There's no value. Well, why should you create ads that have no value? If you can educate people and provide value in your ad, then you're going to meet them where they're at on YouTube, because people on YouTube are there for one of 2 reasons. They're either there to be entertained or they're there to learn. And we want to tap into those people that are there to learn. They're in what we call the learner's mindset, and ultimately create ads that appeal to them. And so we call this the value ad, a video ad that provides genuine value and incites action. And there's 3 main components of this. I talked about that earlier, right? The hook pulls people in, the educate that provides genuine value, and the call to action at the end. So the hook is the first part. So this is like this goldfish over here. I want you to think about your ideal client kind of like this goldfish, where they're hovering over the skip ad button. Goldfish notoriously have a 6 second attention span. Well, that's how long you have, 5 or 6 seconds, before somebody can skip your ad. So you want to prime them for the value that they're going to get. You want to capture their attention. You want to pull them in. And that's the first part, is priming them for that value add. The second piece is educating and providing real value. So golden nuggets, providing real value. What's something that you can teach them? What's something that you have an expertise on that you can provide inside of that ad itself? And the third piece is the call to action, which is a simple way for the viewer to take action and opt into your funnel. So this is going to be the ability to pull people in. It could be a training, it could be a PDF, whatever it happens to be. But where are you sending people? Where are they going next once they see your ad? Now, an easy way to think about this is like an elevator pitch. And so think about, you're in an elevator with your perfect ideal client. Well, what is the first thing that you would say to your ideal client in the elevator, right? Think about that. What's the first thing that you would say? What can you teach them in 1 to 2 minutes that demonstrates your expertise? And what is your online call to action, right? So let's say, they're like, okay, well, where can I go to learn more? Where would you send them? So if you think about that, that's about the amount of time that you have inside of that ad, maybe at 1, 2, 3 minutes. And so what you want to do is think about, what would you say in this ad to get people to convert? By the way, this is a really great prompt exercise that you can do inside of your favorite AI tool. So there's a lot of opportunities there. And then, of course, mission accomplished, you can convert those new potential people. So it's the hook, educate, and the call to action. Now, a big question I get asked is, you do not need fancy equipment or skills. Some people are like, oh, I don't have all this camera equipment. Well, you don't need it, because what we've found is that fancy equipment, big studios, all that stuff can actually take away from your message because it feels less authentic. You want to be seen as an authentic authority, right? Being that person, you're yourself, but you're also very clearly an authority and an expert. Again, Jonathan's a great example of this, right? He's uniquely, authentic in himself and so passionate about AI. And he's also clearly an authority, right? He's expert in the space. He's got all the the perfect prompting framework, all the different things that you know. And so that's the key, being an authentic authority. And then we translate that to being a video authority, right? An authority on video. That is the key. Now, you can even use an iPhone and a gimbal to record these videos. Gimbal's a little tool on Amazon. It's like $100 that'll stabilize your phone. So even if your hand's shaking all over the place, it'll still stay stable. And it'll allow you to record videos. Now, I know some of you might be saying, all right, Aleric, this sounds well and good. You clearly love getting here on video. It's easy for you to do videos. Probably never, had any issues with confidence on camera, but that actually wasn't the case. If you're thinking here and you're kind of nervous about getting on video, I was where you were at. Even though I've had my YouTube channel for a long time, I started my YouTube channel 16 years ago. I was behind the scenes. Because I was doing tech reviews, so you could hear my voice, you could see my hands using the phone, but you couldn't actually see my face. And then 10 years ago, I started doing YouTube ads, but I was doing it for other people. I wasn't doing it for myself. So about 7 years ago, it came time for me to film an ad for myself and to use my same strategies to promote my own business. And I remember filming this ad, and I was self-conscious. I was self-conscious with the way that I looked. I was self-conscious with how I showed up on camera. I wasn't as confident as I am today. You can kind of even see that in this screenshot. And I remember filming that video, and I was nervous about posting this video, and I almost deleted it because I didn't like how I looked in the video. I wasn't as confident, but I was sharing my expertise, and I was following the formula, the hook, educate, call to action formula. And I'm so glad I published this video anyways, because this ad was the first ad to make me over $1 million in my business. This ad right here, I ran over 400,000 views. And I wasn't confident with how I looked in that video, but that didn't matter. What mattered is I was a video authority. I showed up as that expert. And so my takeaway, my lesson to all of you is, it doesn't matter who you are, what you look like, what you sound like, what your background is. You have the ability to be an authentic authority and to be confident on video. You're already confident on video. You're already filming. You're already on Zoom. You're already on FaceTime. Even if you aren't filming regular videos, you're already on those different platforms. And that means that you have the ability to go and create these videos. So that's how to create an irresistible ad. The next part is, how do you target that ad in front of the right people at the right time? And so this is where we get into some of the targeting strategies. And this is where it gets really exciting. There's some basics. So some of the basic side is targeting locations. So where are people based out of? What's their country, state, city, address. So you can actually even go down to a mile radius, around a street address. So for instance, we've got a chiropractor client right now doing incredibly well, running YouTube ads in their local area. And it's really interesting because nobody else who has, a chiropractic office is doing that type of thing in their local area. So they get to dominate the market on YouTube. And then obviously we got a lot of clients that have online businesses, they're coaches or consultants, or they have courses, and that's great too. You could target the whole United States and reach people that are interested in what it is that you do. Now, there's also device targeting. We recommend computers, mobile phones, and tablets just because people are more likely to convert from those. But you can do TVs as well. There's also demographics, so gender, age, parental status. If you have a high ticket offer, this is only really applicable if you have an offer in the thousands of dollars. We do recommend having a higher household income targeting. So that's something you could do on YouTube as well. You could target based on household income. So there's some cool opportunities there. And then we get into audience targeting. This is where there's a few different types of audience targeting. And by the way, I know there might be some questions. We're going to be diving into questions in a Q&A coming up after I dive through all of this too. So I would definitely want to be able to answer your questions based on the time that we have. And so we have three audience types. There's Google's pre-made audiences. So these are audiences that Google has already created. There's using your own data for retargeting, which is really exciting. And then there's also building custom audiences as well. So this is where you can actually build your own audiences and train Google and YouTube's AI in exactly who you're looking to reach. So we start off with these Google pre-made audiences. There's a few main types. The first, in-market audiences. So people who are in the market for what it is that you do. I'm going to give you some examples in a second, so don't worry if this doesn't make as much sense right now. There's also affinity segments, so people who are interested in specific things. There's life events, so things that pop up in somebody's life, and there's detailed demographics as well. And so if you take a look here, you can target people in the market for advertising services, for payroll services, for consumer electronics, for event tickets, for food, for gifts and occasions. There's opportunities for real estate, home and garden. There's so many opportunities to target people based on what they're actually interested in. So just think about this for your own business. I know there's so many different businesses or entrepreneurs on here. So think about what this means for you and what you're doing. And so if you're helping people, let's say you're a fitness coach, right? You could target people in the market for fitness services, fitness programs, personal fitness programs, or workout videos. Now there's also affinity audiences. These are audiences that are a little bit more broad. And this is people based on what they're actually interested in or they have an affinity for. And so you can see here, people who are tech enthusiasts, people who are social media enthusiasts, they love travel. There's a lot of opportunities here to target people based on what they're interested in. So if I wanted to reach people who are investors, I could reach avid investors, people interested in banking and finance, business professionals. So we can go and target those people. There's also the ability to target life events as well. So you could target people based on things that are happening in their life. So they might be moving, they might have gotten a new pet, they might be purchasing a home. Again, think about what's possible for your business. We had a client who was doing SAT prep services, and we helped them target people that are retired. Sorry, actually, this is a different one. So this is retiring soon as a life event. So this was more for a financial advisor. So we basically helped the financial advisor target people who are retiring soon. Detailed demographics. This is what I was about to talk about. You can target parents of kids of a certain age. And we had a client doing SAT prep, and we helped them target parents of teens 13 to 17 who was their ideal client. That it was the ideal client that they were looking for is those parents of teens that we might be interested in those SAT prep services. Now, you can also target your own data. And I know there's a lot of information, but by the way, there's some AI, there's things that you can utilize to be able to target this, which we'll talk about in a second. So you can also leverage your own data. So people who are visiting your website, people who are using a mobile app, YouTube users, you could target customer lists as well. So you have a lot of opportunities to target people who are already interacting with you and already going to your site. Now, if you've got a YouTube channel, you are sitting on a gold mine, because what that means is you have the ability to target people who are watching your channel, who are subscribed to your channel. You can see here, you can actually build an audience of people who are subscribed to your channel or watching your content or even liking your videos. And you can go and target these people. So if you've got a YouTube channel already, you can go and target them. By the way, you don't need a successful YouTube channel to see success with YouTube ads. You can kind of jump in and build this out for the first time as well. And so finally, there's custom audiences. This is where you can actually target people based on what they're searching for on YouTube. And there's this concept in the stock market world called seeking alpha. So looking for returns that are better than the average. And if you look at kind of returns, there's beta returns, there's baseline returns, and there's alpha returns. Beta returns kind of like buying the S&P 500, but it's also kind of like using Google's pre-made audiences. We want to actually use AI to train Google in who you're looking to reach. So in the world of Wall Street, that was the same as when algorithms took over the stock market. If you had access to a stock trading algorithm, you would win every time. It was like playing chess with a robot. But soon, everybody had access to the same algorithm, so it became a stalemate. So what happens? Well, now there's quants, and their whole job is to train the algorithm on exactly a human strategy that allows them to target the right people. And so what we can do is we can use this concept of seeking alpha and apply it to this concept that exists on Wall Street and apply this to what we're doing. We can achieve alpha results by training YouTube and Google's AI. We call it alpha AI that allows you to train Google's AI to achieve the best results. And we're going to walk you through step by step how that works. Now, I don't always hop on calls right at, around noon, so I'm going to shut the window real quick. I'm getting a lot of sunlight in my face, which is kind of funny. Should have done that a little bit earlier. So give me just 1 second, then I'm going to walk you through how you can actually target people based on interest and purchase intent.
See a lot of great questions in the chat. Feel free to continue to add those, and we will have some Q&A here with Aleric in a few moments too. And Aleric, I totally can relate. So back to you.
Perfect. Yeah, I appreciate it. I was like, oh no, the sun is coming in because I don't always hop. I'm usually grabbing lunch around this time. So, anyways, I was like, oh no, the sun's starting to come in. So hopefully that should do the trick. All right. So yeah. So there's ways to target people based on interests and purchase intents that they have. So if somebody is interested in fitness coaching or nutrition coaching, you could target them based on that. And YouTube's going to find the right people with their AI and pinpoint those perfect people. If you're interested in how to save for retirement, let's say you're a financial advisor, you want to target people looking up how to save for retirement, retirement planning, best way to invest money, how to invest money. If people are searching for these things, you can do what's called a Google and YouTube search intent to target people that are actively searching for these things on YouTube. And so, and not just YouTube, also on Google. So imagine the possibilities if have any type of financial services business being able to target people that are searching for any of these things with your ads. And so they search for this, then they get an ad on YouTube. You think about the possibilities. Google's the largest search engine. YouTube is the second largest search engine. There's also app audiences, targeting people who have specific apps on their phone. You can also target competitors' websites, so going to specific sites. And there's also URL audiences as well. This is where it gets really exciting because you can go and target people that are going to your competitors' websites. Think about that. You could put any URL in here and target people going to those sites or similar sites. So take a look at this. You could target people that are going to any of these different sites. So again, if there's like the fitness coaching style thing, they're going to these sites, you can target them with your offer. Now for me, because I help people with YouTube ads and video marketing, I know people might be using some of the funnel platforms or course hosting platforms or webinar platforms. I can target the people going on those platforms with my ads and say, hey, how would you like to use YouTube ads to promote what it is that you do? So there's a lot of opportunity there to use URL audiences as well. Now, I won't have you actually do this exercise because I'm going to give you the answer in a second, which is to have AI help you, especially with this room. But what I sometimes have people do when I go in and give a talk is I have them write down, what are 5 Google or YouTube searches your ideal client could make? What are 5 interests or descriptions of your ideal client? What are 5 websites that they could be going to? All of this you can target with your ads, which people don't realize. You can get so specific that you can target really anything that you can think about with your YouTube ads. And so, when you do this, you've created your own custom audiences. Now, of course, I've asked myself the question, what if I could build my own AI algorithm that could do that? And I do have a software that basically goes in and it allows you to target the right people at the right time based on what they're searching for on YouTube, searching for on Google, ad audience interest. So, basically, if people are searching for specific terms, we can target them based on that. And we can categorize them together, sync them over to Google Ads. And I'll share a little bit later. We got something special that we're going to be doing here for Jonathan's group here, which is exciting. Some of these things that we talked about. You can sync these over, and so you can use AI to train AI as well. But the whole key here is helping your YouTube ads stand out from the crowd. And of course, a lot of people ask me, okay, what's the difference between Facebook and YouTube ads? Well, on Facebook, again, I'm not saying they don't work, but people are kind of scrolling. We've all done it, right? We're kind of mindlessly scrolling, and and it works, but you're reaching people in a different state than on YouTube when they're looking to learn. People are going on YouTube, they are looking to learn, and you can reach them at the perfect time as they're looking to learn and grow inside of their business while they have real intent. That is the key. You can actually reach people when they have intent on YouTube, reach the right person at the right time with the right message. And so you can see here that as you're going on YouTube, you can reach people at that perfect time with your YouTube ad. You can target those ideal clients and ultimately stand out from the crowd. Now, remember who we're dealing with here. We're dealing with Google, right? Google owns Google Chrome, one of the most popular browsers. So people are using Google Chrome all the time. They're collecting data on that. They have Google Search, the largest search engine. They have YouTube, the second largest search engine. People are going on YouTube all the time, watching YouTube videos. They have all of that data. People are going on Gmail. They're reading emails. There's Google Analytics as well. And so Google Analytics is actually sold on 52.6% of all websites online, which is pretty remarkable. So think about that. Half of every website is collecting this Google Analytics data. By the way, this is Google Analytics up here. I bet you can guess what's down here. Yeah, that's Facebook ads. The scientific proof YouTube ads are 5 times better. I'll let you be the judge of that. But either way, again, I joke, but there's so much opportunity in both YouTube and Facebook. But Google is collecting all this data. They've injected AI into their targeting algorithms. You can use those YouTube ads with AI to reach the right people at the right time. And that is the Alpha AI targeting strategy. I've got a few resources to give you, and then I also have a couple other things that I'm going to share as well, and then we'll dive into some Q&A. And I can also happy to share more concepts from the book as well. But I have a 19-page YouTube ad strategy PDF. I'm going to also tell you about how to get early access to the book too. But if you want to scan your QR code or go to adoutreach.com/gift, you can go ahead and grab my 19-page YouTube ad strategy PDF. I'm going to keep this up here for just a second, just enough time to get everybody grab this PDF. This is something you can get right now, the PDF. Like I said, the book is going to be coming out very shortly, but the PDF will be delivered to your inbox right away to help you implement some of these YouTube ad strategies that are working the best right now inside of your business. So you can go to adoutreach.com/gift, and that is my free gift to all of you. And then also with Video Authority, if you want the opportunity to get an advanced copy, which we don't have the orders up quite yet, but we have a wait list. So if you go ahead and scan that QR code or go to videoauthoritybook.com, you can go ahead and sign up for the wait list of Video Authority, my new book, Video Authority, The Art and Science of Converting Viewers into Clients. Very, very excited about this. I've been working on this for several years. There's 15 chapters in it, step by step. There's also action items at the end of each chapter. There's illustrations. It's going to walk you through it too. All the things I love and the books I love to read are inside of this as well. So feel free to go ahead and go to videoauthoritybook.com and you can join early access there. I've got a couple other things I'm going to dive into because I know, Jonathan, we went back and forth with I think it was Rome from your team about doing something special for your audience as well. So I'm happy to share that too and what that can
Well,
look
thank
like as
you.
well. Awesome. So yeah, so basically one of the other things that we have too is, how to leverage the power of AI. And so there's some exciting opportunities using AI, both on how to script winning ads and also how to target the right ads in front of the right time. And so I'm actually going to share my screen and show you, or I'm already sharing my screen, but I'm going to show you this video of what you can do with Google VO3. Now, I know Jonathan talks about this as well, but I'm talking about it in the context of an ad. Imagine if you have an AI ad that you can use to be able to go and reach the right people at the right time. So I'm going to go and play this video and you can take a look at exactly what this looks like.
Give me 5 minutes, and I'll show you how you can use AI video ads to create a marketing flywheel. If your business feels like it's on a marketing roller coaster, give me 5 minutes, and I'll show you how you can use video ads to create a marketing flywheel. If you're not using AI in your advertising, you're practically living in medieval times. If you're looking to skyrocket the leads and sales in your business, give me 5 minutes, and I'll show you how you can use video ads to create a marketing flywheel. Breaking news, you can now use Google VO3 to create AI-generated videos, just like this one. I declare that AI videos are the future, and that you should subscribe to this channel.
So you can see how incredible it is to be able to do this. Now, for all of you here, you've probably seen, Jonathan talk a little bit more about this. But when I play this in other rooms that aren't familiar with what's possible with AI, they are blown away. So there's some really exciting things that you can do with this. I've actually hosted some viral AI ads workshops where I've, walked through step by step how this works. What I'm going to share in a second is how you can get access to a variety of these different things in a special way, with what we're doing with Jonathan here specifically for your group. And we also have a different offer where we show how to beat your ads on YouTube. Now, I'll give you the behind the scenes on this. We invested, actually, I mean, it was into the five, figures in an AI company that helped us build our own fine-tuned LLM for YouTube for YouTube ads. We've trained our top 400 YouTube ad scripts, and so we've created a done-for-you ad script process where we've trained an AI on our top 400 scripts. We can come up with a script and have our copywriter copy chief it, which is incredible. In the past, we used to do this for thousands and thousands of dollars in terms of writing a script, but we have a done-for-you ad script offer that we have. And we're doing something special here, and we've got like a special link and all that with Jonathan as well. Just to clarify, Jonathan, I just realized we went back and forth with Rome, but are we good to kind of share all this stuff too?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Perfect. I just
Anything
want to
you
double
want.
check. I just realized that, yeah. So we've got a tracking link and it's JV link and all that stuff. I just wanted to double check so that we didn't
Nope.
talk about it. I think our assistants did, but so. It's something special that I put together. This is the best offer I have ever made, period. So I'm actually really excited about this. What we're doing is we're doing a full done-for-you YouTube ad script, and we're going to give you the viral AI ads workshop replay for just $97, and I'll guarantee it will outperform any ads that you're already running, or we'll give you your money back. So it is a done-for-you video ad script. We'll guarantee it'll outperform all of your existing ads, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook. You can do this on YouTube and Facebook, or your money back. And I'm adding multiple bonuses. I'll pull back up that URL in a second, or that QR code. And there's a special link. So, we're going to give you a done-for-you video ad script that we previously sold for $997. We used to sell these done-for-you ad scripts. Now we have a process where we're going to be able to write a video ad script. We spent tens of thousands of dollars training and countless hours, over 400 of our best scripts, training our own custom algorithm to create the first draft. We have our copywriters copy chief it, and then we deliver it to you on a one-on-one implementation call. So you get the script, a one-on-one implementation call where our advisor will answer all of your questions around YouTube. You're also going to get our viral AI ads workshop VIP replay, which has 30 prompts for Google VO3. It's a 2-hour workshop, an hour and a half VIP replay. You get access to all of that. You're also going to be able to get a digital copy of my Video Authority book once it's launched. You'll also have the ability to get at cost the physical copy if you would like as well, but you'll get a digital copy included in this. And I'll also throw in my keywordsearch.com AI ad targeting software I showed you earlier that allows you to target the right people. 30 days of unlimited access, which is a $297 value for free as well. And I'm backing this by a full money back guarantee. So I want you to be completely satisfied. So we're doing all this for just $97. This is a QR code. This is Jonathan's special link. I'm going to go and grab the actual, let me just do this here. I'm going to grab the actual link here, and I'll drop this in the chat. This is the link, the special tracking link, and then that way we know that you came from Jonathan's world as well. But again, this is the best offer that I have really ever done. So this is something new that we're testing. I'm really excited about this, and we will do an entire done-for-you video ad script. We will deliver it on a one-on-one implementation call. You get the viral AI ads workshop replay, so you'll get that full workshop replay and all the prompts, 30 plus prompts. You'll get the digital copy of my book once that's launched. which is in the coming weeks here. And you're also going to be able to get my keywordsearch.com AI ad targeting software. And we'll see if I missed anything there. Yeah, I think those are all the things that you'll get inside of that as well. So feel free to go ahead and scan that QR code, and you can go and grab that. We got the link down there as well. And make sure you click that link because that's how we know to send you the special bonuses as well. So again, this link will go to that page, but this is the special one where you'll get all those bonuses. And now I'm happy to dive into a Q&A. I've got that link still here on the left of the screen. Also, I always want to give something away for free for anybody that's here. We've got a free PDF. So at the very least, feel free to grab that. It's 19 pages, walks you through the breakdown of this strategy too. You'll also get a video walkthrough completely for free. So the free PDFs on that side, the done for you ad script special offer with all the bonuses on the left. And now happy to dive into any questions.
Well, let me just dive in real quick, Aleric, and say thank you. As you mentioned, our assistants have been going back and forth, so I didn't know this offer, but I just bought it. I mean, that's amazing. Thank you. That's stellar. I love that.
Oh, thank you.
So cool. So cool. So yeah, it's cool when you've got teams to help out with that. Literally, I didn't know what you were offering, so this is just amazing. I love that. And thanks for making the special offer for the group.
Yeah.
I love bringing extra value in to our audience, so I really do appreciate that. All right, so we've got some time here for questions, guys. Let's tell you what, we'll run questions for probably about 15 minutes, and then we'll do the costume contest, and we have time left afterwards. We'll continue to do that. Who's got questions? If you would raise your hand, I'll go ahead and bring that in. I see Cardwell's already, he knows the system. He's got one. So Cardwell, go ahead and ask your question for Aleric, and we'll go from there.
Thanks for the presentation. Question about minimum spend on the advertising. You know, we've heard about the Facebook thing, $5 a day. Some people say $1 a day. I see a woman on YouTube who calls herself the $7 a day lady. What's the minimum spend that we should focus on on YouTube?
That's a great question. I think you're probably talking about Laurel Portier.
Who's probably Laurel Portier, who's in our mastermind too. Yeah, exactly.
In our mastermind too. Mutual friend of Jonathan and I, which is great. So it's a small world. But yeah, so Cardwell, so basically the minimum spend I recommend on YouTube, there's two answers to that question. There's in-feed ads, the ones that allow you to get your videos in front of more people. So those are the ones that appear in search results, suggested videos. That's where I kind of showed you how you can get the video in front of more people. You're bidding for views. Those you could run as little as $5 a day. That's why I recommend the minimum is $5 a day on that. The other types of ads that are to drive conversions per campaign, the minimum would be $25 per day. And when you're going for conversions, I do recommend having 2 campaigns because if you have just one campaign, you don't know if it's the best campaign or if it's the worst campaign. So if you have 2, you can always try and beat the control. Let's say this one's here, this one's not performing as well. All right, well, let's cut that one. Let's test another campaign with new audiences. Oh, this one's performing better. This is the new control. Let's cut this one and test. And then it's like a ladder. So that's why I always want to have, like with a conversion campaign, I would recommend 2 $25 a day campaigns. So if you're looking to run YouTube ads to drive sales or booked phone calls, and I would recommend the budget is $50 a day, 2 $25 a day campaigns. If you're looking to use YouTube ads to grow your channel and to grow your following and to get new people to watch you, that eventually can turn into sales, but it's more to get viewership right now, then that's $5 a day. So there's the 2 different strategies for conversions or for branding and growing your channel. Does that make sense?
Kind of, sort of, maybe.
Okay.
So
I want to clarify that for you. So what and this could be valuable because if you're thinking it, other people could be thinking it. So what about that doesn't quite make sense?
$50 a day. How long should we be running this campaign, you think, before we start seeing something?
Yeah. So,
$50
and again, you could do $25 a day for conversions. So these are the ones designed to actually get you direct leads or sales. And the reason we recommend spending that is if we spend too little on those, it doesn't give enough data for the algorithm to optimize. That's the problem. And I don't want to steer you in the wrong direction. When it comes to YouTube, it needs enough data to be able to optimize. That being said, what we want to do is you should be getting leads in pretty quickly and then sales within a certain period of time too. So usually we would give it 3 days to have some of the leading metrics. So those are leads coming in, calls getting booked, whatever it is. And then you would want to give it 7 to 14 days for the sales cycle. Again, if it's not getting the leads that you're looking for, though, then you might need to retest it. So there's leading metrics and lagging metrics. Sometimes sales, they might not come in the day that you're. It depends. If you're doing an e-commerce product, then you want sales within 3 days. Wherever you're sending people. But if it's a high ticket offer, you're sending people to a landing page to sign up to book a call. They might book a call 7 days from now, so you might not get the sale right away. You don't want to turn the campaign off before you know what the return is. Does that help answer that question?
Yeah, so what I'm hearing is for me personally, then $25 a day for a week, and
Yeah.
then decide from there.
Exactly. You can do $25 a day. You don't, so I recommend launching 2 campaigns to split test, but you can just launch with one. And then the other thing is there's in-feed ads as well. You could do that as little as $5 a day. Those are ones that get your videos in front of more people. So if you have an organic YouTube video, you want to get in front of more people, which could be your ideal clients, then what you can do is you can run those as an in-feed ad strategy as well. And by the way, a lot of that stuff and exactly how to set that up is broken down both inside the PDF and then of course, if you do the script thing, we would write the script and then you get a one-on-one implementation call. I actually think that's what I forgot to mention. You get a one-on-one implementation call with one of our top YouTube advisors as well. We deliver the script and then you get the call. So on the next page, you'll see 2 steps. One is to book that implementation call, and the second is the to fill out the intake form, all the details we need for the script.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Yeah, you got it, Cardwell.
Awesome, great question. So one of the questions that I just saw in the chat, I want to ask, a couple people said, how long is this offer good for? It's how long is this link going to be live for? Is it something be up for a few days or a week, or how long do they have? I know I want to encourage you, literally, guys, I'm not kidding. I didn't know what this was, and I literally just bought it myself. In fact, I just sent the link to Romain. I'm like, Romain, schedule this one-on-one with Aleric and his team. But how long is the offer up for? Is it up for more than just today, or what type of timeline?
Yeah, so I definitely encourage you to do it today, and it's also going to be first come, first serve. So the earlier you do it, the sooner you're going to be able to get things. Now we have our tracking link, but I'm instructing my team to send those resources to you because they got to do that manually. So all the other things is automatic, but my team to send these resources, it's going to be manual. So I'm willing to keep that up for the next week or so. Whatever that happens to be. But I would really.
The request was a week due to some people that are waiting on money
Yeah.
coming in at the end of the
Oh
month,
yeah.
if that's fair.
Yeah,
Okay.
perfect. That's perfect. That's perfectly fine. And I always want to just provide as much value here. But if you are good to go, I wouldn't wait on that. In that case,
No, I
we'll do
agree
a
with
full
you.
money back guarantee. The other thing is it does actually make it easier for our team to just basically all at once send you all the bonuses. I'm after this, gonna make sure that they do that. So that way you can get it quicker.
Well, and guys, I'll personally attest for Alaric again. I've got to know him. He's there. That's why he's here today. I mean, I don't bring people on that I don't trust, and Alaric and his team are really, really good at what they do. So, again, that's an incredible deal. Again, thank you for making that special deal for our community. I always ask guys, hey, if you're coming on, can we do something special? And this one's really cool. So thank you, Alaric. I love it.
Thank
All
you.
right, next we've got Pamela's got a question. Pamela, what's on your mind?
Thank you so much. This was definitely interesting, and I just wanted to see if there's value if you're not currently using ads. Like, what does that look like? Because it is something that I've considered doing, the beginning of next year, but I am not at that point right now.
Yeah, so one thing that we've actually found is the ad script that you can get and put together, you can actually use as an organic video. So you actually don't have to just use it as an ad. Because think about it, if it works as an ad on YouTube and on Facebook, it will work you posting it to your Facebook page or your YouTube page as well. So that's the other thing to think about. There's a couple of nuances. That would be something to discuss on that one-on-one call too, would be, all right, what would be the nuances if I wanted to use this video script as a organic video instead of an ad? But there are offer videos that you can do organically. The other thing is you'll also get the digital version of Video Authority when that comes out. Which breaks down not just ads but also organic content. And then you can activate the keyword search software whenever you want. We're going to give a code for a month, so you get this now, but you can activate that in January if you wanted to. You'll get a 30-day code. We're not going to put a limit on that. So if you want to launch ads in the future, you can. Same thing with the script, right? You'll be able to use that later. So you're going to get the things now, but you'll be able to activate the software later. And then the viral AI ads workshop also could be valuable too. It's not just for ads. you can use Google VO3, of course, to create AI for your organic videos too.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Very helpful.
Thanks,
Yeah, you
Alaric.
got
I
it.
appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right. Next, we've got Rini. Rini, what's on your mind?
Hey there, guys. Thank you, Jonathan, for this. Thank you, Aleric. Finally have come on to one of your webinars. I've been following you actually for a couple of years,
Oh.
actually. So I think I'm in your Facebook group, but I haven't really bought anything from you and then Jonathan, because I know, like, and trust Jonathan, and he recommended you. So here I am. Yay.
Oh,
So I'm
thank
Yay, I
you.
love that.
That's awesome.
developing that know, like, and trust with you. So,
Thank
okay,
you.
I am currently setting up campaigns in YouTube. I have previous experience with YouTube ads with high ticket offers. I
Mhm.
took a mastermind with John Penberthy. He's probably a competitor of yours. He's from, I don't know if you know him.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
so I did a mastermind with him for about a year. I did get great conversions. I just wasn't able to close the sales. So I was still working on that. And then ran out of time, ran out of money for that. So my question is, I'm getting ready to launch. I've got some video creatives that I'm working on, almost done, getting ready to launch some of my master classes and workshops for high ticket offers, but I also have a low ticket offer.
Mhm.
And I've never used YouTube for a low ticket offer.
Mhm.
How do you get a return on that? I mean, because you're basically almost paying for the same price, whether it's high ticket, low ticket, or there are different strategies for each one. How do you have an ROI on low ticket offers? I know that I have some upsells, and I
Mhm.
know that using some upsells on the background of the funnel will help. I've got, bump order, and then I've got some upsells for, some workshops or whatever. Could end up being the whole total couple of $100. Is that enough to to create, I'm sorry, YouTube ads just with an item that ends up being a couple of $100?
Is there a back end or is it just that's the full
No,
is
there's
the one?
like the front end is like a
Yeah.
$47 mini course. And then there's a bump order for, like, I don't know, $17. And then on the back end, I have like a 90-day mentoring for just $147. I just gave them a really good price so that I could, bring in some leads and then, just get some funds restarting so that I can
Yeah.
invest in the high ticket stuff.
Yeah, so I think that first of all, there's definitely opportunities to use that and get, people to come in on the low ticket side. I'll actually give you an example in a second. We always love if you have a high ticket back end, which it sounds like you've had in the past. Maybe you're going to restart, have that in the future too.
Right.
To use that to bring people in and then ascend them. We've got a lot of people who are doing that. That is a really good strategy. But we also have people that are just low ticket. So one of our examples, and I actually did a podcast with him, Ryan Kelly. He does Piano by Pictures. It's a $37 a month membership. He has
Okay.
thousands of members. We've scaled him up to over $80,000 a month in YouTube ad spend. It's quite profitable. He's actually about to really blitz here, and Black Friday is a huge season for him. He's been a client for well over a year now, coming up maybe on 2 years. And he absolutely dominates, and he does not have a high ticket back end. It's $37 a month. And then he does some individual, like he does some like there is now a new tier. We coached him on adding a higher tier because
Oh,
but
wow.
anyways, it's a low ticket, thing, and he does quite well. And I have a interview on YouTube, which could actually be really valuable for you to watch as well. It's just if you look up Ryan Kelly, or I can probably grab it while we transition to the
Okay.
next thing. But yeah, and I would definitely recommend, with this offer that we have, having that conversation with our advisor. We can take a look at, obviously we'll help how to use this done for your script, but we can also share how we can support you on the ad side as well.
Okay. So I have been looking, to uh, get a little bit more deeper training in YouTube ads just to kind of really refresh my memory because it's been a couple of years. I have been looking again this is a hard question maybe for you, with John Penberthy. And then I've also been looking at yours.
He,
Can
he
you
would
tell me the difference?
Well, he was a client of ours a few years ago. We'll say that as well. But
Okay.
I won't get too much more into that. I think that again, there's a lot of great people. There's a lot of great people in the ecosystem, and I think the thing is to look at where things originate from and certain strategies, and That's what I would look at. But I don't have, yeah, I would just say you got to find who is going to ultimately be able to support you where you're looking to go. But I never, I don't want to, this person, that person. There's a lot of great people out
Well,
there, and
I'm
you're
not
seeing a lot of
asking
good
to
stuff. Yeah.
this person, that person. I'm just kind of like your program versus that, because you have a more higher ticket program. I guess that's what I'm asking what that's like.
Yeah, so that's a really good question. So in terms of ours, and I'd also recommend having a conversation. It's been a couple of years. We have different offers now than we did before because of some of the things that we have with AI. So I definitely have have the conversation, with our team on that. But also, in terms of how our process works, it's very hands-on. So there's a lot of groups that are, more kind of maybe there's a couple of group coaching calls or something like that. The way that we do it, we have a version that has one-on-one support. We also have a version that has 8 group calls per week.
Oh, wow.
Depending on
Okay.
yeah, so 8 different calls per week
Like
on
different things like on
diving into,
copy, on
yeah, launching
ads,
ads,
sales calls,
copy,
stuff like that.
hands-on, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, some cover sales calls,
Mindset.
YouTube organic. We have a whole YouTube organic side of
Okay.
things. So we have over 8 of those calls per week. Again, I don't want to get this too much into. I'm just trying to answer I'll finish answering the question though. But yeah, 8 different calls per week in the group version of the process. Also, we have made some changes to make that to add AI elements to it and make it even
Oh,
more
okay.
affordable with more things than we had in the past. And then we also have a one-on-one version as well. That is a little bit more premium, but also that one-on-one version is we have our team hands-on, help you build everything out, and then help you support you on that. So
Okay,
definitely
gotcha.
a lot of opportunities. Yeah, I would recommend having that conversation.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Awesome.
thank you.
Thank you. Pavitra had said that they had to step away. Pavitra, are you with us for your question, or do you want me to ask it for you? I think they had to step away. The question that
Yeah,
Pavitra had was, oh, no, they're there. Go ahead, Pavitra.
sorry. Hi. Hi, Aleric. Thank you. This was such a great session. I'm learning so much. My question is specific to, so I made really short YouTube videos, but that's like eons ago, yeah. But now, what's the difference between creating short videos versus ads? Is it targeting the specific audience with the ads? Because then, if you have videos, it's just going to be organic. The reach that I probably don't have, zero. So, what are the pros and cons between the two?
Between organic and ads, is that the question? The pros and cons between
No,
organic
Yeah.
and ads?
between videos and ads.
Okay, yeah. So I would recommend doing both because it's a flywheel. So having or sorry, between video and image ads, or you ask between organic videos and video ads. What was the question? So I answered
Between short videos and video ads. Let's go there.
short video. Okay, so doing like let's say reels organically
Yes.
and then doing ads. I recommend doing both. I'm not going to say you should do one or the other because reels, I mean, basically the way to look at it is you're going to be trading more time, although with AI there's some cool things that you can do, but you're going to be trading some more time for those leads and people viewing you. And then with the ads, it's going to be more of money and then you get a return there. But what I found is you can leverage both because it feeds into itself. If you're creating reels and short form content that builds up your credibility and authority, and then some people are ready to take action, but also some people you can retarget, especially if you're doing YouTube shorts, you can retarget those people with ads to take action. People who see your ads, some might buy right away, but some people might not. And then what you can do is then send them to your YouTube channel to start watching your content or your Instagram page or whatever, where they start seeing reels. And it turns into this loop. It's a flywheel that grows over time.
Okay,
Very
and
cool.
just a follow-up on that, would you recommend reels or actual videos, like the full width videos?
So technically, I'd recommend all of the above. And here's what the strategy would be. You set up the ads. The ads you can set up once. And yes, as you scale it, you might need to test some new ads, things like that. There's actually ways to do AI ad hooks, like with the viral AI ads hooks thing that I shared. But you could test different ads. But really, it's designed to be you set this up and then it runs and you can scale it. Then what you can do is do a YouTube video, a long form YouTube video. Let's say it's once a
Mm.
week. You do a long form YouTube video, you can then take that and use Opus Clip or Submagic or one of these tools to turn it into short form content. If you wanted, you could also film individual short form content. It's up to you. But what a lot of our clients do is we'll help them set up their ads. that goes live. And then as that's scaling, they're now not spending as much time on those. That's just bringing in those people. And so they can spend time on doing organic content. We like to focus on one long form video and then clip that into clips that are daily shorts. So one video a week in daily shorts. You don't have to do that, but that's the strategy that I like.
That's absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much. Thanks, Jonathan.
Thank you,
you.
Vidrita. Thank you. All right, so we're going to take 2 more questions, and then we're going to go into the costume contest, and we'll come back to questions, assuming Aleric has enough time. I'm sorry, Cardwell, I do that to you all the time. I have a neighbor named Caxton, and I always want to say Caxton instead of Cardwell. That is not the first time I've done that. Cardwell, no, it probably won't be the last either. So, Cardwell, what's on your mind?
Okay, I just want some clarification. He had said that we would also receive a digital copy of the book. Well,
Yes.
I'm not sure what that means. Am I going to be able to upload this digital copy to Notebook LM and listen to it and interact with it?
Yeah, it's a PDF. So you'll get a PDF. Like I said, I can't do it until the book's technically published, which is going to be in the coming weeks. So I just want to clarify that. So that's one thing that will be delayed for when the book is officially published. You'll get everything else. Everybody that just got it, I'm going to have my team send out the other things as soon as possible. So ideally, we get that today or Monday. That being said, and then you'll get your script, by the way, when you hop on the implementation call. So there's 2 steps. You schedule the implementation call, and then you fill out the intake form. You do need to do that beforehand. We will work on the script behind the scenes, and then we'll deliver it to you on that call. And then we're going to also digitally send the other things. And then once the book is published, you'll get the digital copy. You'll also have the ability to get the physical at cost if you want. And the digital is not one of those gated like EPUB books. It's going to be a PDF, so you can use that in your LLMs. Just the only thing that I ask is you don't just go and re-upload it. It is copyrighted material, so in terms of like on website, but you can use it for your own use. Like I'm a big advocate of AI, and I want to empower you to be able to ask questions of it for sure.
Thank you.
Aleric, a couple people are asking, could you do a quick recap of the offer, of the short version, and then we'll go to Rini, and then we'll go to the costume contest from there.
Perfect. All right, let me. I think I just need to get.
Hang on. Allow. There we go. There we go. You should be good.
Perfect. All right.
By the way, a couple of you I know are commenting that it's not working. The link's not working. I just pasted the actual link in there, and I just tested it. It's working, at least on my end. So.
Yeah, so if it's not working on mobile, I would try it on desktop. It should all work. But yeah, if you still have issues, let us know and we'll figure something out there. But that should be the link right there. So basically that's the link. And what it's going to have is it has my viral AI ads workshop replay, 2-hour long workshop that goes step by step through how to create viral AI ad hooks, also the VIP version, and 30 prompts for Google VO3. That's something I'd previously sold for $97. That's included. The full done for you ad script. Previously, we did scripts for $997. Now, I will say this has because again, we built our own, we worked with a company to build our own fine-tuned LM that we've trained on over 400 of our best YouTube ad scripts. We then fine-tuned it with our copywriter. Every time it gave an output, we fine-tuned it. So we can now create a really great ad script, and then we have our copywriter copy chief it. So you're getting the component of an AI and copy chiefing. You get that script. So you get a done for you ad script. And again, we're guaranteeing your satisfaction on all of this. So we're guaranteeing that this is going to be a script that you like, or we'll give you your money back. That's perfectly fine. So just to say you've got a money back guarantee, and it's within of receiving the script, 30 days of receiving the script. So you got a money back guarantee. Then you're also going to get the Viral AI Ads Workshop VIP replay, which we have sold for $97. We're going to give you a digital copy of the Video Authority book. Again, this is the thing that's going to come out once the book comes out. So you will get a PDF copy of the Video Authority book. You will also get a link to be able to buy the book at cost if you want a physical book. And then you're also going to get keywordsearch.com, which is our AI ad targeting 30 days of unlimited access. So this is the software I showed you earlier where you can put in your URL. It will scan your site. It'll give you who to target. You can choose which ones you want and click sync to Google Ads. Actually, this was another question where I think Rini was asking earlier what also makes us unique. We literally built our own YouTube ad AI ad targeting software over the last 4 years. Actually, Jonathan, you remember I'm sure remember Jasper AI, one of
Oh,
their
absolutely.
former developers that was over there became our CTO for keywordsearch.com. So Greg,
Oh, cool.
my CTO, used to work at Jasper. So he was on the beginning of like AI, right? So back then, and so now he's over he's my CTO at Keyword Search, and yeah, the keywordsearch.com as well. So that's another piece too. It basically does AI ad targeting for YouTube and Google Ads. We trained it on all of that, and it can sync the audiences.
Very cool. All right, Rini, you're up, and then we will go to the contest, and then we'll come back after that. So, Rini, what's on your mind?
Aleric, I'm so glad that I get to ask you this question. I was having a conversation last night with ChatGPT about Atlas and Comet and how that is going to affect YouTube and Google Ads now that people may go to AI to search things. And there could be, they were telling me that I call my AI Charlie. So she's a she. So I said, Charlie, I said, how is this going to affect YouTube ads? Because I'm into this, in the future or whatever. So you're like the perfect person to answer that question.
Yeah, that's a great question. So what we're going to see is we're going to be able to more rapid. So there's two sides. There's a creative and then there's the targeting. The creative is the new part. So that's where AI and viral AI ad hooks is working really well. And then there's the targeting. I'm actually going to get to the AI side in a second in the creative because there's actually a really interesting answer of what we're seeing on the ground right now. With the targeting, that's something I've been talking about for the last couple of years since YouTube implemented more audience-based targeting with that you can train with AI with custom
Right,
audiences. I
right.
have been a big advocate of custom audiences for a long time. That is something that, so we built a software. What the software does that I've mentioned there is it basically will allow you to find what people are searching for on YouTube, searching for on Google, URLs people are going to, sync those audiences to Google Ads. It actually took us time and effort to get a Google, in a direct integration with Google Ads. So basically, as a direct integration, so it could build those audiences inside of Google Ads based on what people are searching for, the URLs that they're going to. So essentially, you can build your own custom audiences instead of using Google's pre-built audiences. So that's the way that the AI is working there. On the other side, with creatives, that's where it gets really interesting, which I think is what you're asking about. What we found is we tested three different things. We tested full AI ads where we use Google VO3 for every component of the ad. So think like a 2 minute long ad,
Right.
AI, the whole thing. We tested our best performing normal ads of me talking directly to the camera. And then we tested a hybrid, an 8 second AI hook, followed by a normal ad of me talking direct to camera that doesn't have AI. So 8 second AI. The best one is the hybrid. It's outperforming our existing ads. Our top
Really?
ads that we're running right now are hybrid, where it has an AI hook and then it has the rest of the ad. And what's working the worst is just AI. And I think that's because it doesn't build trust. It doesn't build know, like, and trust. The second one, our best performers, this is really interesting. The AI is outperforming it, but what's working is an AI hook followed by our best performing or traditionally filmed ad. And I think the reason for that is the AI hook captures attention. You can test anything. So like there's one of me, you actually saw the example, like walking down the medieval street. If you're not
Right.
using AI in your video ads, you're practically living medieval times. That one works really well for us. There's also one that works well for the roller coaster one works. Another one that works well for us is literally just having me as a Lego man, which is kind of crazy. And I'm holding my PDF. Like this is my, $200 million YouTube ad strategy PDF. But it's like those things, they capture attention. It's unique. But then it cuts to me and me actually talking. Now they build know, like, and trust with me. Those ads are working the best, the hybrid. AI followed by a human ad.
Awesome, awesome. I did watch your origin story, your video of your origin story. I just like subscribed to your email list and you sent that video. It was really well done.
Oh, thank you.
So it helped me to get to see your background and it really created a personal touch there. And I thought that was brilliant. It was really great. So thank you so much. You sound like you're a really smart guy, and I look forward to talking with your team. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. Looking forward to it
Thank
as
you,
well. Thank you.
Rini. I can attest, Alaric is wicked smart. For being as young as he is, he's young enough to probably be my son. I'm not exactly sharing that, but pretty darn close. But yeah, he's wicked smart, folks, and I mean that. Like I was sharing with you, if you got on late, Alaric and I met through a mastermind that we're part of, and we had the opportunity to sit for an entire afternoon and have a conversation. And yeah, that's one of the reasons Alaric's here. It's like, dude, I wish I had been that smart when I was your age. All right, so we're going to go to the costume contest. I'm going to switch into a gallery mode so everybody can see everybody that's up there. I'm going to quickly read through the names that I've got for everybody, making sure that I've got everybody on here that wants to be included. And if I've missed anybody, just speak up so I can name you. What we're then going to do is I'm going to run a poll, and you'll be able to see everybody and vote. So I may have missed a few. If I did, let me know. I've got Patsy, I've got Dr. Jim, Kimberly, Patricia, and is it Anayet or Ananet? I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Daryl, Sam, Pamela, Raphael, Simran, and Christopher. I think I've missed Jeffrey because I see Jeffrey on here. I don't think I have Jeffrey's name on here. So we'll go ahead and get that in here. I want to make sure I've got everybody in here. And then while I'm doing this, would be a great time, by the way, to go ahead and look at everybody's costumes and see who you'd like to win. Let me see. Did I win anybody? Did I miss anybody else? Is anybody else? Sam Portney. I don't think I've got you in there. I got Sam Lopez, but not Sam Porte. So make sure that you're looking for the last name on here. Portney, got that. Patsy, we've got Sam Lopez. Michael, let's see. Did I have Michael? I don't think I added Michael yet. There we go. All right. Remember Michael from last call, so that's good. All right. I believe I have everybody. Did I miss anybody? You want to say anything? Anybody say? Okay, so we're going to vote. I'm going to put this poll up. It's going to be up for 2 minutes. You guys should be able to see it. Vote for one person. You guys can go ahead and vote. Let's see. Oops, save.
You
There
can
we
take
go.
me out, Jonathan. This is Anjanette.
And Jeanette, you don't want to be on there? I'm sorry.
Oh no, I didn't get dressed. I'm just here. I'm sick. I'm here. I'm a sick little woman, but I came to class.
I'm sorry to hear that, Anjanette. No,
Just
sorry.
allergy. That's
No,
okay.
that's all right.
I don't know if I heard my name.
Let's see here if I can change this real quick.
April, I think April says she's missing if you want to add her.
April, am I missing you?
I didn't hear my name, but
no, I don't think I have it in there. So let's put that in there. April, thank you. Love your costume, by the way. Love the colors.
I'd like to join in too. Marcy?
April Bailey. All right, one more time to make sure I didn't miss anybody. I'm just going to go through. Patsy.
And Amber.
Amber, I did not get Amber. Thank you. I had no idea when we decided we were going to do this, it would actually take any coordination. Those of you who know me, my ADD and that doesn't always go together well. And I think I missed Marcy too. I don't think I have Marcy in here. So let's go ahead. If I've got you in there twice, I apologize. Let me know. All right. So one last read down, make sure I've got everybody here. Patsy, Dr. Jim, Kimberly, Patricia, Daryl, Sam Lopez, Pamela Wilson, Raphael, Simran, Christopher, Jeffrey, Sam Portney, Michael, April, Amber, and Marcy. Am I missing anybody? Did I get your name? All right, I'm not hearing any complaints, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Save that as a meeting poll, and then we're going to go ahead and launch this here. All right, launch that poll. There we go. All right, so everybody vote if you would. We're going to keep it open for 2 minutes while you're voting. Just a reminder, the top one is going to get a 3-month membership in our AI Insiders, plus a free training or replay, plus some Whitebeard Strategies swag. Second place will get free training or replay, plus swag. And third place will get free training or replay. If you guys happen to live out of the country and you win, and we have any customs issues we have to deal with or anything, oh, cool background, Amber. I just noticed that. That's awesome. I love it. If you win and you're out of country and we have any tax issues, we'll coordinate something with you to get you something else of good value. So we're not there. Looks like Christopher is running away with it right now from what I can see. Michael's close, though. So everybody feel free to vote. We have a little over a minute left, so we've got some time. If your favorite isn't winning, pick your second favorite. You can help them out. Marcy's coming up, too. Looks like we're doing really well between those two. It's going to be a tight run here. Again, first, second, and third will all get prizes. Love it. Everybody, I got to tell you, you guys are great. I love all of these. These are so fun. It was not my idea to do this, but I am really glad that somebody shared that with me. This has been fun to do. Okay, we've got 30 seconds left, and then we're going to close it out. Looks like Christopher right now is in the lead, and then Michael and Marcy are tied, which means, oh, no, Patsy's above both of them. So we need a vote off between, we may have to do a vote off between Michael and Marcy. Looks Looks like if I'm looking at all the numbers right. So first place is Christopher, second is Patsy, and then Michael and Marcy are tied. All right, see where we're at, and we've got 10 seconds left. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Contest over. Let's see who won. All right, so Christopher, number one. Thank you, Christopher. Congratulations. Great contest. Love it. Christopher, if you would make sure, I don't know if I have your email or not, if you would make sure you put that in the chat for me so that I can get you all of your prizes, that would be great. Then let's see, we have Patsy in second place. Congratulations, Patsy. And we have a tie between Michael and Marcy. So I think that means you guys both win third place. What do you guys think? Is that good? Michael and Marcy, you guys both win third place. So Marcy, I'm not sure I have your email handy. I probably have it somewhere. And Michael, same thing. If you would make sure that I have that. Patsy, I'm pretty sure I have yours, so we're good. But if you could just put your emails in, you can send that direct to me or in the group chat, however you'd like. That way I can make sure that we get you your stuff. Guys, I want to thank everybody for participating. This was a ton of fun. Now we're going to go back to Q&A if Aleric has a few minutes yet. I think he may. We'll go back and ask some questions, but we'll go from there. I'm going to go ahead and go back into our normal stuff here. Well, it looks like I missed Aleric. Are you still with us? I can't see you. He may have had to drop off. So we went a little bit longer than we thought. So we'll give him just a second. I think we lost him. Well, let me just wrap up then, guys, and say thank you for joining us today. I've had a great time. I was dead serious, by the way, when I said I bought his offer. I didn't ask him to give it to me. I literally bought it. I thought it was a great deal. The stuff we're getting, I mean it when I say that, as we try to do more of these Spark sessions is what we're calling those, these free trainings that we're doing, bringing in. That means there generally is going to be an offer that you guys get pitched. But again, like this, they've got to add a ton of value. And then we'll let them go ahead and pitch. I'm only bringing on people that I know, like, and trust, and that I believe what they have to offer is a good fit. So I hope that makes sense to you guys as we go through. If you ever have any questions, let us know. And for any of you that were part of our GEMS training, we're going to have that call is going to take place in about 40 minutes. We're going to have a 2-hour or 90-minute to 2-hour, I got to check my calendar, session follow-up bonus on that training. And if for any reason you want to join it, you can still go on the website and actually buy that. It's our Google GEMS training, and you can join us for that as well as get all the replays. The replay for this will also be posted and sent out to everybody. So if you registered for this, you will get it. If you didn't register, but you happen to find the link, that's perfectly fine. We'd love to have you here. We'll post it out on our free groups as well. And if you've won any of the prizes, you'll hear from my team probably on Monday to get everything straightened away for you. And I just want to thank you guys for joining us. It's been fun. It's been great. I love the costumes. Again, thank you so much. This is an incredible community. I'm going to ask you to do me one favor. If you find this type of session valuable, we've not done a lot of these in the past where it's free and then there's an offer. It's up to you guys. There's no obligation. And you found that there was a good balance between value. In other words, if you came here and didn't buy it, it was still valuable. Will you give me a 1 in the comments to let me know? And if it wasn't, would you give me a 2 so that I know we need to do some changing? I want to make sure that, again, even when there's an offer, I want to make sure that even if you didn't take advantage of that it was still worth your time. That's part of our requirement we laid out. It's still got to be worth your time, enough value. So I see lots of ones. Thank you guys. That is amazing. My goal, again, to bring you access to some more of these great people in the industry and get you connected. And I think one of the others I'll have to reach out to, somebody had mentioned Laurel Portier. Laurel does $7 ads, and Laurel's brilliant. I think I'm going to call her after this and see if we can get her on one as well. So, guys, thank you so much. Have a great day, and hopefully we'll see some of you later this afternoon. Talk to you soon, everyone. Bye-bye.